Good luck. Welcome to game one. Solo for now. I'm gonna undeafen just because. All right, game one. As the week dictates, we are on Blue Stake Magic deck. This is an interesting stake and deck combo. Magic deck can often reward the player with the better tarot usage and blockage with these fools. The Blue Stake -1 discard does add some difficulty getting through the whole deck. It makes it a little bit more difficult to set up those one-win hands like the Four of a Kind. We see an Eternal Rebait on the side of Haelian, which Bear will soon see. Haelian picks it up. We've seen an early Econ Joker do a lot of work. It is Eternal because of the black stake. I mean blue, but black underneath. And that it could be a huge variance line if Bear doesn't pick it up. A lot of the justification for an early Econ Joker is you're able to get further in the shops to find Jokers your opponent wouldn't see. Some of the drawbacks are it's an Eternal. We're only on Blue Stake. You know, there's a chance that we're going to see a lot better Jokers. A Burnt Joker could be one of them right next to the Reserved. Haelian sells a Fool for that. Bear just goes next, so he's going to miss that unless there's a pack in the next shop. The Burnt Joker could be nice to get some scaling here if we want to try to play pairs or high card. It is hard to scale up some of the other hands early on, just because we don't draw those in our opening hand. We see here Bear playing some pairs, looking for jacks. Gonna play one flush. Usually players will rely on two flushes to get out of the blind, which can be difficult. You see here, I could just excuse me. So Haelian getting out. Both players struggling to find those jacks. Still 4 in the deck with 2 discards remaining for Bear. He only has one hand, so it might be hard to discard these jacks. Maybe a 3 of a kind 3s will win, and that's good enough. We do draw the full house with the 4s, and he's going to play it. Haelian on the other side, very close to winning, has not found any jacks, is going to play a 2-pair which will win. He's going to come out of this blind with $0, whereas Haelian was able to farm 10, I believe, and did not sell the Fool to open the pack, so he's sitting at 19 coming into the shop. Both players picking up a Scary Face. Those early chips can help with these early blinds. Eventually, we will need some base mult as well. That could come from the planet cards, or it could come from a Joker. Sold a Fool to check the Buffoon pack? Yes, yes. Check the Buffoon pack. You never know. Can't wait for the soul card. None of that here. None of that here. Now it comes down to how players are utilizing these hands and discards. Being on Blue Stake, we are down a discard, so this mail-in rebate is harder to use. Having the high card levels on the side of Haelian could be nice. It's already level 3. 3 mult. I mean, that's as good as like a 2-pair pretty much, and we have the bonus chips from the Scary Face right here, playing a straight, which will be very strong with the Scary Face. Not using our hands to dig too much there. We're going to get the money from those hands, but not from the mail-in rebate. Bear getting some more value from the mail-in rebate here. On 3s for him. Next, it should be on 7s. Gonna check the Buffoon pack. We do see the Pareidolia, which would work great with that Scary Face. I believe there was also a Splash as well, so we could have maybe scaled up high card with the Burnt Joker and then got Splash with Scary Face, Pareidolia. Every card would have been bonus chips with a decent mult level from the scaling. We see a Red Seal Queen here. That is some direction for Haelian. Building into queens, most likely 4 of a kind, flush 5s, and we see the Pareidolia in the card pack here. Haelian deciding to go for +1 hand size does make it easier to find your hand that you want to discard. Haelian going to use 1 discard on the pair, level it up with the Burnt Joker, most likely because we only have 2 discards, didn't want to waste 1 discard on a high card and not get the full value from those 7s. Bear does pick up the Pareidolia over the Juggler, so he will have 1 less hand size, but will be able to trigger a lot more chips with this Scary Face. Picks up the Queen as well. Does he see the Splash? Obviously wants the Omen Globe. Those spectral cards can be very strong to find in your Arcana packs. It's on error message. Your opponent's profile is not fully unlocked. I know Bear has been doing a fresh run independently. Could be on the wrong profile. Potentially. Usually, I'm guessing he switched over. And the error message will only disappear once a player has restarted the game. So he could be on the correct profile. I'm sure they confirmed before the game. That message does flash red. And now we see a faceless Joker, which is very strong with the Pareidolia that Bear has picked up. Getting synergy with both the Scary Face and soon the Faceless Joker. That's $5 on every single discard. Aura here, not able to find the red seal. It is Polychrome, and now it's a difficult decision. Do you go for Polychrome or do you go for red seal? With no scoring Jokers up top on our Queen, the Polychrome will be better right now. But if we were to find an Idol or an Ancient, then that red seal would be stronger with the additional trigger. I think that's how the math works. We don't do math here. Bear getting out of the blind, able to make a lot of money on 33 here, 38, excuse me, finds the Faceless. Now probably regretting this Eternal mail-in Rebait, but we know Haelian picked it up as well, so it's not as bad for him. Both players down a Joker slot with this mail-in Rebait, but obviously that econ will help them out a lot. Chat is Vagabond. This is true. We know this aura hits Polychrome, and there it is. Different Queen draw for Bear. Not sure if that... I believe it was a different suit, but still the same cards drawn. And a Dusk here in this shop. Bear has so much econ. He's finding these Jokers so much earlier than Haelian. I believe Haelian is only basically a roll away and was able to get some good value out of the mail-in Rebait. That Full House will win with the bonus chips from the Scary Face. Finds the Dusk without the roll. Probably going to pick up the Omen Globe as well. We've seen that go south for a couple other players who missed it. Namely one, Fur. You hate to see it. And there we go. Bear getting even more value, making the mail-in Rebait and the Faceless Joker work at the same time. Very easy to do with the Pareidolia. A great pickup. Both players notably still holding on to the Fool. We haven't seen a lot of Tarot generation yet. Nothing really great to copy. Might be worth holding on to for a Death, just given how strong those Queens are in our deck. Copying either could be good. Yeah, Rebait is one of the best econ Jokers in the game. If it's a weak econ seed, it is super punished if you pass on that. Both players so far have not rolled too far into the shop. Bear most likely will roll a decent amount here. He'll be able to make a lot of money in the PvP. See a purple seal in the pack. I believe both players picked that up. Red Seal 4 here, or a glass face card. Red Seal 4 obviously benefiting from something like a hack, but that's about it. We already have the Red Seal on the face card, looking for the Sock and Buskin. Glass cards are strong. Bear gonna pick that one up. Maybe the glass card on its own is enough to win if he can play a Full House with the Polychrome Queen. Could be strong enough. And we're in the PvP. Excuse me. Let's hear what they're saying.
Close shaves. I'll say that much. Trying to ride the edge. We'll have to see how this goes.
Yeah, I've been there too. I feel like I'm edging a lot in this game.
Bear, you can't.
Let's take a pause there and talk about the game a little bit. Both players going to be looking for that Polychrome Queen that they both found. Trying to get purple seal value as well. A lot of things to do with our discards on both sides. Hard to do with less than one. Still haven't seen anything great for the usage of the Fools.
Oh, same. They've just been sitting here.
That's what I'm saying. and a judgment. Can't be strong on higher stakes. We dodge that eternal sticker.
Can't pop that here.
Probably not in the PvP, but maybe after, if we want to drop the scary face, we will most likely find something better.
I mean, like, no. It's too good to get rid of pretty much anything.
They all are pretty strong here. You want the scary face for the scoring?
Scoring, and then I'm just like not gonna win. And then
Haelian
also if
finds the
next shot's
judgment.
bad, I'm kind of in trouble.
This is also true. Has a full ante to find something better than a scary face. Could be likely, but maybe could find something better than a Pareidolia faceless as well. We already have the Eternal Econ Joker. All right.
I guess I play this, then if I don't draw it, then we play the 4 of a kind. Okay, yeah.
So what were your highlights for 2020?
So both players have the exact same stuff here, but with the plus mult pair joker, Haelian was able to get a lot more decent hands off. So this should take it, even though they're both playing the same thing.
Boy, I don't know. It feels like such a long time ago now.
Right?
And he does.
Oh, nice.
Alright, you think about it. You let me know at the next one.
Okay, I'll brainstorm.
Brainstorm. Oh, careful. It's a trigger word for some people. And there we go, just like that. PvP 1 is in the books. Both players playing the exact same hand with almost the exact same jokers up top, the same ones being used. But Haelian, with the plus mult pair joker and the juggler, was able to see more of the deck, was able to play more pairs, better warm-up hands, and was able to take that PvP. Now we see a magician, which could be good enough to copy with a fool onto our queens. We also have a glass jack, so maybe a couple justices on those. On that red seal is what he's looking at right now on Bear's side, and we see the same decision on Haelian's side. Maybe going for the glass as well. That 2x on a card is very strong. Early glass joker could also be very strong, especially if we're going to be copying some justices. Another stickerless econ joker. Bear double clicks it. Is probably regretting the Eternal Mail and Rebate, but you can't know at the beginning of the run, and we've seen a lot of runs lose because of the lack of econ in a seed. Haelian looking at the exact same pack, probably thinking the exact same thing about the econ joker, and probably gonna skip. Not a lot here that he wants. He does have more replaceable slots with the Jolly Joker, so he could sell that for one of these, like a glass joker might be stronger, but maybe he's nervous about getting out of the blinds with a level 1 4 of a kind. Blue stake does have the scaling of green stake, so it is a little bit harder, and we might need that base mult to get through here. Bear also thinking maybe to-do list is just better econ, and then we don't need to have 2 joker slots on econ. Even though faceless is super strong, we do only have 2 discards. A to-do list, even though it's not going to be as good, might be good enough with the mail and rebate. We can use our discards on the mail and rebate and our hands on the to-do list, but might value the scoring. We can still make faceless joker work even without Pareidolia. It just might be a little bit more difficult. Glass joker could be some X mult that could win us the PvP. Eternal stencil would be great without the rebate and 4 onks. I agree. If we found that, I would say it's a rebate angle. We see here a pair for Haelian, saving his discards for the 2s. Is going to get pretty close, so now he's pretty safe to get out of the blinds. Finds a couple 2s there to discard. Could maybe just play a high card. It is leveled up, but it shouldn't score 600 on its own. And then we have a pair to get out. With that Jolly Joker, it should be more than enough. No more 2s to find. 2 pair is strong as well. That could get us out. Glass Joker pickup from Bear, going for the scoring and potential scaling with all of the glass cards he is about to create. Already has 2 in the deck, I believe, and is working on getting a couple more. Haelian discards, finds a 2, unlucky, but is most likely going to make it out with this 2 pair, and does. 2,100 from that hand. The blinds can catch up to us quick. We do have the Dusk, which is a very good enabler for any other strong jokers that we find in the shop. And we have a lot of open slots on the side of Haelian with this Jolly Joker. Right now, we might even pick it up. Pull the Judgment for a Crazy Joker. Jolly to Crazy to Wrathful. Talk about a mood swing. Haelian now considering the standard pack. It's tough to miss these, but we already have a lot of what we need. We have a purple seal, we have a red seal, we have a polychrome card, really only missing a blue seal. Or potentially a gold seal with this Dusk could also be strong. How about both in the same pack? Haelian gonna pick up the blue seal there, valuing the planet levels, which is a very smart choice. The glass with the Dusk is most likely going to be our highest scoring on this seed for the next PvP. Having maybe 1 or 2 extra levels for base malt in that hand could be enough to take the PvP. Now we see Bear using all of his discards already, getting some money from the mail-in rebate, playing some pairs, but they're not doing as much. We know that a 2 pair scored about 2,100 on the side of Haelian with that extra base malt. Bear does find the glass to put on, find the red seal to put on the glass. Gonna play a full house. Not sure if it wins. 4 of a kind might be necessary with the glass jack and the Dusk that will definitely get out, but do you want to risk the glass already? Maybe with as much money as Bear has, he's not as worried about finding more glass, more taros, and it also might not break, as it doesn't right there. Now we see Haelian using the Hungman in the blind, looking to discard his kings, but also wants to get out of the blind. That 2 pair won't be enough here unless we're able to play some pairs or some spades. Maybe looking for the flush instead. It is safer with the Wrathful Joker and the Dusk, but it doesn't allow us to get as deep into our deck. Right here, our flush is level 1. We do get the blue seal. Like I said, that will make that glass much stronger. Now considering if we need the glass card to get out of this blind, it is 3,900 with 4 base malt. I think with as much plus malt as we're going to get from the Wrathful Joker, that 1.5x of the Queen is most likely enough, but better safe than down a life is what the pros say. Haelian there figuring it out. That 1.5x of the polychrome card would have won. Now we have the planet level, so it's even stronger, and the glass doesn't break. Here, Bear, with that same decision in the pack where Haelian picked up the blue seal, might prioritize the gold seal here, and does. That is an econ without needing a Joker. Obviously, the Dusk makes it a lot better here. They said better safe than pregnant. They might say that too. They might say that as well. I'm unfamiliar. So that red seal will be very strong with the Dusk if we're able to play it. It will be a little bit difficult. Right now, both players relying on face cards with the Wrathful Joker. Playing that ace might make it kind of tough. Haelian looking at the pack. Not a lot here. Just going to use a Lovers. Might roll, might open up the pack. It's hard to know what to do. Is going to go next. That's the professor, not the professionals. Yeah, we'll keep that saying for the professor himself. He has some sayings. Yes. Bear here in the blind does find the business card as well. Drops the glass Joker. That is going to be some strong econ as well, with all of these face cards that we're already playing being re-triggered by Dusk. It would be pretty good. Might consider getting rid of the Polychrome Queen. Maybe nervous as well. Maybe thinking they need to hold on to the spades, coming to the same difficulties that Haelian came to. Might need the spade flush to win, but then you're not able to get through as many cards. Has to play, doesn't want to risk the glass or the spades. Now could risk some, or not risk some glass, but could play a pair here to get rid of the glass, which he does. Timer ticking down. 114 seconds should be more than enough time for 2 hands and a shop. We don't draw anything to use the strength or the justice on, so we can't free up the slots for the Emperor. Unfortunate. And we draw a world card just from the Emperor. That's some more direction there. We can get that onto our glass cards, onto our face cards. It will scale great with the Wrathful Joker. That's a pretty big Emperor hit there. Bear here just going to play that 1.5x Queen. We did see it would be enough on Haelian's side, and it is enough on Bear's side. Final shop here. Bear much further in the shop is going to see some things that Haelian won't see. We find a strength on one of our glass jacks. It might be good enough. We want to free up our slots to pick up some more with our rolls anyway. We do have 2 glass jacks. Might consider saving the strength. Is going to rip the strength. Gonna pull a moon. It does give a flush level, which is great. That blue seal advantage that Haelian had for the additional flush level is negated by that one. Nothing great in the pack. Haelian skipped on this one, so fortunate that they don't miss out on much of anything at all. The Grim nearly had me jump out of my chair. My heart skipped a beat, I won't lie. I saw that, I went, ugh. And we cast on 1 roll and into the shop. Let's see what they're talking about. Into the PvP, rather.
Man, this did not get easier, huh?
No, not really.
It is fascinating, though.
My
Truly
God.
fascinating.
Fascinating.
Wait, I kind of want to keep this too. Oh, this sucks. Okay, we'll just discard actually.
Discarding the 5.
Oh, okay. I could already flush house with these.
Flush House is very strong with that world. It makes the Wrathful Joker a little bit less valuable because we already have the base malt from the strong hand, but it will still be pretty good.
We're still better flush housing.
Still better flush housing, but again, hard to get through the deck when you're holding on to 5 cards in your hand.
Wow, okay.
We find everything we want to world.
Wait, do I maybe want to do like 1 more jack instead of all the queens?
Except for that red seal glass card. Haelian, not looking for the flush house, is able to get through more of the deck. Does draw
I hate to
the
make
red
this
seal glass
and
card.
then play it, and just it has a chance of breaking, but
This is true.
I think I gotta play to win.
And one might question, is the way to win winning this PvP?
I mean, it doesn't score more on this hand, but then like if it survives, it's better to copy in the future.
This is true. Haelian, wondering what the decision
Actually, I'm not sure about this.
doesn't have the world upstairs, is most likely going to discard the red seal glass. Bear, nervous about the glass breaking, does not glass the polychrome card. We'll see how that would have worked in the glass breaking queue. Does draw the flush with a polychrome and a glass.
Bear.
We'll see what Bear scores.
I know that there was like the MLB and there was like a Costco kid.
What?
I'm really drawing a blank on anything else.
It's kind of
What?
fair in some ways, honestly.
The hand from Haelian. Less glass,
The big trip? Oh yeah. I didn't
less
wanna
base
show that.
malt.
Ooh, well
And
done.
that's not
Good
enough.
score. Got me
Oh.
scared now.
Okay. All right. Good luck.
All right, good luck.
Did he?
3-3 on lives. Does not have the flush house. Does not score as many points. Glass polychrome was not risked from Bear, so gonna try to look to glass that card again. Jumbo standard pack on the side of Haelian has another blue seal. So could take 2, maybe doesn't want to bloat the deck. Bear will have the opportunity to pick this one up. In this pack, Bear finds the flush house level, which might be good for winning PvPs, but not great for getting out of the blinds. We don't want to play those glass cards. Right now we don't have a ton of face cards. Obelisk shows up and is gone. Nobody here to talk about that. A Magician as well could also be good with the Dusk. It's a difficult situation with the Magician. Magician and Dusk could be scoring, could be econ, but Glass is a lot more scoring. It's a lot more volatile. Could break, is less consistent in the long run, but the Magician does not score as much. Hard to know what to prioritize. Some players in the early game opting to prioritize a Magician for money, and then later switching those to Glass for scoring. But it's hard to know how much time you have in a blue stake game. That opposite of extra, one less discard, does make it difficult sometimes, especially with 55 card decks on both players. They could bottom deck. It's a real possibility for both of them, and that is a scary thought. A flush here on the side of Bear. Did take a flush level over the flush house level, specifically for this reason. Easier to play, don't have to risk Glass. Has a couple face cards for the business card value. On Haelian's side, we do have a 4-of-a-kind queen, so we are going to use that Magician. With the Dusk, it could be fruitful. Going to hold on to the blue seal as well. We do have to risk the Glass here, hoping that it can get out. Ordering of the cards looks good. Magician as well on the side of Bear now. Emperor could rip. We do have extra tarot slots with the magic deck. A wheel could hit, because why wouldn't it? Hand here for Haelian, not much to do. Temperance Fool, that's a hit. Some money. Temperance isn't going to be too big with the clearance sale pickup. And the 4-of-a-kind does win. Glass does not break. 39,000 to get out of the blinds. And a $20 hit for our Troubles. Death. Now there's a card to copy with the Fool upstairs. Perfect. Haelian finds it as well. Gonna sell their Juggler for the Bean. It's gonna make it super easy in this pack. We might see a card that Bear doesn't. Bear opened up the pack before that. A DNA as well. Jazz hands from Haelian. Gonna open up the pack. If they pull the Emperors, it's pretty strong. A Temperance and a Fool in that Emperor. Might sell the Lovers, might want to hold on to the Lovers, might just use it on a Jack. Bear might not roll one more time. Might not see the DNA, which will be very strong for copying either our Red Seal or our Polychrome. I believe the Polychrome Glass is our highest scoring combination. We have one trigger from the card itself, one trigger from the Dusk, one scoring from the Glass card, and one scoring from the Polychrome card. That is 2 and 2, which should make 4x. Could also Magician on Poly for now. We do have a Magician on Poly. On Haelian's side. On Bear's side, we don't have it yet, but we could find it. We do find the Glass Red Seal, and we do not find the DNA yet on the side of Bear. Haelian could have one bonus copy depending on the Glass break order. I don't believe we've seen one break yet. We'll see if that changes. Gonna get rid of the blue seal and get a lot of money from the mail-in rebate. Wow, $15. Not too bad. Haelian gonna use the Death and the Fool now on this Red Seal Glass. We don't have the Polychrome Glass yet, so I don't hate copying some more Red Seals. It is good scoring. It is what we've drawn. Oftentimes you gotta play what the seed gives you, and if the seed is gonna give you DNA on a Red Seal Glass, it's hard to say no to that. Over on Bear's side, also making some money with the mail-in rebate. Does have the Death and Fool as well for this Red Seal. Is down the DNA. Could fall behind on the Glass queue, but we do have some more. Bear held on to some Fools early. Was able to copy more Glass cards than Haelian with those Fools. Haelian instead sold one of the Fools to pick up a Burnt Joker to get some bonus levels, which may have helped him win the first PvP. A trade-off there. We'll see if the glass can scale better and take some of that advantage back in Bear's favor. A flush here just to cycle. We no longer have a Wrathful on the side of Bear, so getting out of these blinds could be pretty tricky. We might need to risk one of these glass. No Wrathful, no Polychrome. There's no X-Mult going on here. We do get a lot of chips from the Scary Face and hopefully some mults from the lucky cards. But if we don't get some lucky cards, and maybe we have the unlucky ones that Bean always seems to find, this could lose. Bear, realizing that, gonna play the glass just to be safe. We see here no lucky hits. Most likely would have been a PvP loss without this glass. Instead, it's just a win. And Bear gets out of the blinds. On Haelian's side, maybe a little bit of panic. We got rid of all of those glass red seals. We have a death upstairs. Bear holding on to the death as well. With the Wrathful Joker and the glass card, we should have more than enough. No lucky hits as well. And it is more than enough. Just about double. No business card on the side of Haelian, so the econ is a little bit weaker. Haelian, I believe, right now is one roll deeper in the shop, but Bear has $67 in the bank, which is a normal number. Nothing in the Buffoon pack. Celestial pack could have something else. Hologram could be something, but with as much money as these players are making, might not be worth it. We're selling the Wrathful Joker to go for the Lusty Joker because our red seal glass is on hearts. No Scary Face as well on the side of Haelian. But if Haelian's going to play a flush 5, those chips will matter a little bit less. Still going to be a good amount of scoring. Maybe a 2x, maybe more. Don't look at me like that. Apologies. Apologies, I looked down. Wait, it's high card? Always has been. A Sun here as well. Obviously, it's good for the Red Seal Glass cards, but Bear probably hoping for a World instead. We have a lot of Spade Queens, not a lot of Heart Queens. Now, Polychrome being Spades as well. Might pick up the Sun to look for another flush house, and we're going to get into this PvP. Let's see what happens.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Did you play Blueprints?
I did.
I loved Blueprints. Did you love it? You don't have to love it, but
I really loved it, but as it got into like the late game, I think it got very frustrating suddenly.
yeah, it got quite silly.
I like a
Agreed.
Blueprint.
But yeah, going into it without knowing anything, it was really fun.
Oh, it was so good.
Is that your
Discard
2025
here?
highlight?
Maybe. It's a tough choice. Especially as like a Hades stan.
Oh, of course.
Blueprints. Same thing. Gold seal here for Bear. Tower for Haelian. Like we said, 56 cards in both decks. -1 discard. Drawing could be difficult. Bear has not, or Haelian has not seen the Red Seal Glass card yet. Most likely just a difference in the amount of hands played here.
I want to play a flush house or a flush 5.
What is stronger?
I think we're gonna go flush 5. Well, okay. The advantage of the flush house is I can add this glass card, but I feel like it's a little worse for me in the long term.
Bear doing my job for me.
I should use my last hand instead of my last discard because I have this. That was kind of a mistake.
And what's the point of these lucky cards? They don't give me anything, ever.
That's true. They're not called like maybe cards.
Right?
They're supposed to be lucky.
You feel me. I feel seen.
Let's see. I could copy. Okay, well now it's changed.
Now
I
it's
can play a
changed.
flush 5 with the most glass.
Okay, how hard do you need it?
Wondering how much glass he has to play, but he doesn't have to play first. Haelian here, one roll away from the sun in the shop. Would have allowed him to play a flush 5 as well. With one more red seal, but one less glass card.
This many glass cards or something. Like, I still wouldn't be able to tell.
Right. Well, you know, they say no pain, no gain, right?
I think they say that.
Let's do it.
No lucky hit. Here comes 4 glass. Scary face being basically a 2x with all those chips.
I don't know if I like it. You're frightening me.
We do have 4 glass plus red seal.
Chipping in what I got here.
Okay.
It is a little bit lower base malt, but we do have the Lusty Joker to compensate.
At the moment.
Oh
my god.
Close. Wow.
A difference
That was
of
crazy.
Jeez.
the scary face there. The bonus chips doing all the work. Not all the work, but just enough bonus work on the side of Bear. Bear's going to take that PvP. It's 2 to 3 on lives now. And we did have a couple glass breaks on the side of Bear. Looks like one of the red seal broke. Not the case for Haelian. A flush 5 as well would have won if Haelian would have rolled one more time. He would have seen that sun, and that might have been enough with the bonus base malt. Flush 5 level for Bear because he has unlocked it. It's a 5 of a kind level for Haelian, which is not what we want. 5 of a kind and a flush house are good levels to have early on, but when you're copying the same card a lot with death and DNA, it almost becomes harder to just play a 5 of a kind and not have all of them be the same suit. That's why getting all these flush 5 levels is super strong. Bear already up to level 4 with this shop. Haelian unfortunately won't be able to get that many because they don't have it unlocked yet. DNA on the side of Bear. DNA on the side of Haelian. Haelian wondering if they can discard all of their glass or if maybe they need one of these cards to win. Only the red seal glass is on hearts. It is risky to put into the blinds. Going to play a flush here. It's only about 3,000 chips. A dusk does not save that. We're going to need to play a glass, most likely with more hearts, but there weren't many left in that deck from what I saw. This could get tricky for Haelian. 2 hands, 1 discard. We do have 1 glass red seal queen. 7 hearts left in the deck. 2 hands and a discard. We're going to see 15 cards. We need 5 of them. About a third of the cards we draw to be hearts. Could play the blue seal? Maybe. But unless we're playing it in a flush, might not be enough to win. Could be what Haelian is considering now. We do have the clubs and the bonus card on the queen. Or rather the malt. Going to use the discard there. We do still have the club flush, which might be enough. Bear copying the red seal. This isn't looking great. Haelian does have the lucky jack, the red 10, and the red ace. Gonna get rid of those. Playing a straight here. Straight is 740 chips. That's not great. We do draw what most likely would have been enough hearts for another flush. Maybe we have enough clubs with this glass blue seal. Not sure our base multi-level on the flush is very high, but with Dusk re-triggering this multi-queen, it might be enough. Haelian there looking for 2 pair, maybe doesn't see the club flush. Oh no. The club flush might win it, even with only 4 base malt. We have the wild card and the bonus card. The Empress card, rather. Bear here doing exactly what Haelian has the opportunity to do. Play a flush with glass. He does see it. This wild card will give us Lusty as well. Flush level 3. This should be enough chips on the side of Haelian. Should be enough base malt with the Lusty Joker and the Empress card. Not much else to do but play it, and he's going to. An Immolate on the side of Bear. It's not enough. We lose a life to the blind. We needed to hold on to those heart cards and one of our glass cards. That is unfortunate. 1 to 3 on lives now. That's not what you want. That is not what you want. The Immolate there on Bear's side, pretty good. 1 glass card risked and 1 purple seal. I don't know if it broke either. I do see the purple seal still. It is a much worse Immolate for Haelian. Much worse. That is a lot of our strong cards there. A red seal glass card, our only polychrome card, a blue seal, a glass jack, a queen. Ouija could be strong, but we lose out on all of those other glass cards and a hand size. This is a tough draw. Bear had a much easier decision, only drawing a glass jack and a purple seal. I don't think either broke. Here we do have the bonus hand size, so less cards will be broken, but more are at risk. 6 cents on the side of Bear. A spectral card could be pretty strong here. We do Immolate. It does destroy our polychrome card and our red seal glass card. That is tough. That is tough. Not a great spot to be in, losing a life to the blinds, losing a red seal, losing a polychrome card. Obviously, in this case, probably just trying to get as many red seal glass as he can. Losing out on that polychrome is not the worst, even though copying it might be better scoring. It's only 1.5x for the polychrome card. It was a skip, just so hard to accept if you're playing. Yeah, being down 20 bucks can be tough. Haelian using a death to copy a purple seal and then fool it back upstairs. And gonna go into this blind here. Hopefully has a better plan of how to get out of the blinds. They do get scary. I mean, if Haelian had one more discard, they most likely would have been fine to get out of that blind. But the blue stake doing a lot of hidden work to make it more difficult. Bear does have a regular glass queen. That sun that they were 1 roll ahead of Haelian on does a lot of work. They were able to copy that card with DNA as well. It makes playing it feel a lot less risky. They do still have to play the red seal glass with the flush on 1 hand left with the dusk. We'll see if it breaks. It doesn't. Why would it? Haelian open packs in a different order. He'd draw and copy that red seal. Yeah, most likely just a pack order. Unfortunate circumstance there. Opening the spectral pack first, finding all of the cards he didn't want to copy, and then the Arcana pack next and finding all of the cards he wanted to immolate. Unfortunate. We do have some hearts. We do draw a red seal glass on the side of Haelian. Most likely we'll need to play this to get out of the blind with a heart flush. We are going to get rid of 2 hearts here. We do need to draw 2 more hearts, 1 more heart rather, with this red seal glass and the death upstairs. 4 of a kind might be enough, but we could risk 1 less glass queen with the flush using the king and the blue seal, but still might not be sure if that's going to win. 4 of a kind might feel safer. It might be safer. They're going to pick it up. Blue Joker. They were just talking about blueprints. How about a blueprint? On the side of Bear going into the final PvP is up some rerolls. Maybe not a ton. Maybe Haelian will see this, but does have to roll. Both players have the clearance sale voucher. Does roll. Does find it. Is what a Haelian gives the fans. Stuntman as well. Haelian can get further in this shop if there's another good Joker. Could be strong. Even a suit changer would help. Stun in the pack. No cards to draw. Unfortunate. An Emperor could give us death. Could give us Fool. We do have 4 red seal glass cards. Might just choose to sun the Queen to make the flush 5 draw easier. $9 left going into last PvP. $22 left. $9 reroll going into last PvP. 1 pack as well. Does roll one more time, finds the card sharp. Could be strong if we are able to play 2 flush 5s. Probably not able to do that with only 4 hands. Most likely going to be a pass, and we're going into what could be the final PvP. Let's see what happens.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I'm down to it out here.
Yeah, I heard the life noise.
The little noise.
Ah,
I can't really imitate it.
it's heartbreaking.
It truly is.
I guess we are just using this, aren't we? Oh, I
I
forgot the
am
copy.
a sweating out here.
It's warm in my apartment as well.
Certainly
Using
is
the
spicy.
blueprint. To copy more
It's
glass.
been kind of a spicy seed.
Bear notably has the death upstairs. Going to make the draw a lot easier for a flush 5. Alien's still getting better warm-up hands off. If this was a 3-3 game, he would really benefit from that, being on 1 life.
Another heart the whole rest of the draws.
Alright, it's getting down to the wire here.
Okay,
Haelian draws
got him.
insanely
I
well.
almost flipped the table here, not gonna lie.
Oh,
That is crazy. Is that all of the glass red
Something
seals
bad
that he has?
No, nothing.
Nothing.
I'm looking great.
okay. No, you're sounding great too.
He is.
All right,
That's good.
I'm gonna play my big hand.
Okay, me too.
That's
3, 2, 1.
tough. Flush 5 on the side of Bear with the levels. Ooh,
That's a big number.
it is.
Ah,
Too big.
Wow.
GG. Well done.
You were close the whole
Why you?
time.
Yeah, you kept the scary face for like a long time too, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just with
Yes.
the dusk, it ended up being so many chips on the last hand.
I dropped it for. I think I essentially dropped it for Lusty, but now seeing what you got going on, yeah, we had extremely similar decks.
Mm-hmm.
I guess yeah, that was just a smarter choice.
Good luck.
Good luck.
All right, and we're in. Off to that debate. No, we're not the big milkers. We're not gonna be saying that anymore. I'm not gonna put this away. Oh, it doesn't fit. Oh no. No objections. Don't. Many objections. All right, game 2. It's time. Welcome back, everybody, to game 2. We are on Plasma Deck White Steak. He is milk with his grandma's favorite sweater on. Such a vibe. It's true. I am grandma's favorite. If you don't see, there it is. Won it fair and square in the family gift game, and it got to the right person. I'm not gonna lie. Plasma Deck White Steak. Here, the spiel always goes. Chips are king at the very start. Chips, if you go harder into chips than your opponent early, he should give it back. He should give it back. You don't mean that. You don't mean that. I am grandma's favorite. Anyways, chips can be very strong early, but usually you want to transition to X malt as soon as you possibly can. In this case, a Shoot the Moon would normally be a pretty strong plus malt joker, is much weaker on Plasma Deck. Buffoon Pack not going to give us a ton. That's her favorite sweater. What did you miss? You missed a great game 1, which you might not be able to tell because whoever's updating the overlay, this guy. Some base malt levels for the flush and the 4 of a kind. Yeah, it's me. I'm updating the overlay. Not trying to throw strays. Bear with game 1 there. We did see a Ouija. We took an Immolate, and it did a lot of damage on the side of Haelian. Lost a Red Seal Glass card. Lost a Polychrome card. Here we see a Mystic Summit. Not great. 15 malts is basically 15 chips. Not even basically, it just is. A lot of jokers can give more than 15 chips. Here, it will be interesting to see what we're doing in this shop. Bear does only have $10 to Haelian's 14. A straight level can be good early. It does have some decent chip scaling. 30 chips is pretty good. Shortcut with the straight level, I mean, that could be enough if we're able to play a couple straights. Like I said, it does have that great base chip level. It looks like Haelian's looking for it now and does find it. Gonna discard for 15 more points. And here we see it's gonna score about 4,000. We'll see what a flush is going to do on the side of Bear. Going to get down to the Mystic Summit as well. Going to score about 3,000. So those straights would be better if they're more consistent, but without the shortcut, they won't be. And now we see a trio in the shop. That's some X-Malt that we want to transition to. A Gold Seal Jack is perfect right next to a Wild. Now that 4 of a kind or 3 of a kind for the trio is very drawable. We did not pick up the trio before going into this pack. Oh my goodness. We're going to Wraith for a blueprint and we can't pick up the trio. We could be down in X-Malt Joker without this trio with 2 Jacks in our deck. Playing Square Joker on White Stake Plasma deck. It is scaling chips. It could be good in a solo. Oh, but do we take the medium? We do take the Wraith. Okay, we are up a trio and a brainstorm. Brainstorming that trio. That is crazy. Up a voucher as well. That clearance sale doing a lot of work for buying the Jokers and the packs. I don't believe Bear opened the pack, so we are up a Gold Seal Jack on Haelian's side, but it's going to be hard to overcome that scoring. Right now it is pretty strong, but any Econ Joker we see is going to get very strong. Like I said at the very beginning, you want to play into chips early, but you want to switch to X-Malt as soon as you can. A trio is a great opportunity to do that, especially with a Jack in the pack. But just not enough money, not picking up that clearance sale to buy the trio after Wraithing. Trio is pretty strong right now if we're able to draw a 4 of a kind, which was pretty likely on Haelian's side. 9x on the 4 of a kind would probably be better than 24 chips from the Square Joker. And we'll see how it plays out here. With the bonus chips, Haelian might find it easier to get out of the blinds. Maybe finding it too easy, wants to find that Gold Seal Jack. Whereas Bear needs to find this 3 of a kind, finding a full house as well. We'll see what this 3x can do. Probably better to copy the Mystic Summit. And 9,000 there for doing that. Joker Stencil is definitely a line for some X-Malt. But then we would only have to hold on to Joker Stencil and Brainstorm. Mega Buffoon Pack instead. Those are a lot of chips Jokers. Arrowhead is strong. We do have that Spade Gold Seal Jack. Crafty Joker, plus 80 chips, plus 50 because it's foil, would be strong. We pick up that and the Scary Face, so we're all in on chips on Haelian's side. It's going to be a little bit harder, to pivot to that X-Malt. A flush here on the side of Bear. Arrowhead is stronger to copy, but if we're going to play, you know, 1, maybe 2 Spade cards, then being able to copy that Scary Face will most likely be more chips. Square Joker here, not going to do a lot of work. We've found some better Jokers already. It is a strong seed. We do want one big hand with Plasma Balancing. This is true. But we do still have a full deck of cards. It could be hard to draw exactly what we want to draw. Maybe Scary Face is more consistent with more face cards without a suit changer. Might want to open this pack, might not want to. We have a couple good cards to copy on Haelian's side. The deck on Bear's side is looking pretty regular, has the same options in this buffoon pack. Haelian's gonna open. We do find an Emperor. That could be pretty big. Could give us some money. We see a star and a Fool. So maybe this could set up a flush 5 or a flush house pretty easily. Maybe we could sell... We could just use the Fool. Use the star. There are 12 face cards and 13 spades. Yes, this is true. But we will want to play a higher, a better hand than just a flush, most likely. Obviously, on the side of bear, playing a 4 of a kind is the best option. But with the bonus chips of this foil joker, it could be enough if it's more consistent for just one PvP, even though we might want to set up flush 5 over flushes for the next PvP. We'll see how it matters. Bear also rips the Emperor. Might hold on to the Fool and the Star for now. Like I said, it could be good to set up a flush 5, but maybe with this arrowhead, he doesn't want to use it. Let's see what they're talking about.
Hello again.
Hello again. I'm very curious what you had. What you wound up with.
I got some stuff, is what I'll say.
Some stuff, you say.
I got some stuff.
Might use this star to play a flush right away.
Plasma's burning a hole in me.
It is a lot harder to do the math at the beginning of the game.
14,000 might be more than any flush Haelian can put up. It's hard to know. What a start. Pretty regular start. Pretty regular. Temperance is good. Tower is good as well for those bonus chips.
Okay, don't overcommit to the trio because it's 6 plus 15. So it's 21 times 3. So this is like plus 42. So this is the same as being plus 42 chips at the moment.
Okay.
Which is not very good.
Not very good.
So I should probably... I think I actually just go for the spade flush.
Wait a minute. I'm wrong. This has happened to me once before.
It's better on 4 of a kind, but still not as good as this.
We go playing one big hand. We have 41,000. A great draw.
Okay. Let's play that guy.
Play down to last hand for the royal
this is as
flush.
good as I think it's going to be. He scored a lot on his first hand.
He did.
All right, this is...
Haelian had the opportunity to play another flush there.
Oh, damn.
Decided not to.
I've heard that before.
Whoa.
About Balatro.
Okay, that's good. I did not draw what I was hoping.
I'm just going to drink my milk.
And then I was rushing because I was worried you were going to sandbag me.
I would never do that. I don't know the meaning
Haelian
of
rushing?
the word.
Worried about the sandbag.
Don't you?
Trying to find that gold seal jack, maybe? But missed out on the spade flush, which would have scored maybe another 40,000.
A picture of your own face?
Yeah, I thought that was weird.
All right, good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck. Big milkers in the chat. All right. Horse in the background. There's no horse in the background. Don't look at the background. We're in the shop. Watch the games. Watch the Balatro games. Those chips doing a lot of work. That arrowhead, more value than even I expected. Definitely more than Haelian expected, valuing the scary face over it. A riffraff in the shop is strong if we want to try to find Photo Chad. It could also help us find an Econ Joker, but we would most likely have to sell out of all of our chips. That could give us trouble in the blinds, and it could lose us a PvP, maybe even 2. The crafty Joker is the problem? Maybe. Maybe. Temperance here in the Fool, 14 more dollars. We do see a Tarot Merchant in the shop. That could be pretty strong. Tarot Merchant will double the amount of tarots that we see. It will reduce the jokers that we see by about 25%, 20%. So we could miss out on some strong jokers, but maybe we already have the strong jokers. Bear holding onto that Fool is rewarded when the death comes around. Haelian may be considering selling out for the Riffraff. Has a little bit more open slots. We don't really need the Square Joker. We don't need the Mystic Summit. Red Seal on the 4 could be great for the Arrowhead if we're able to play some of that card. But maybe we want the Luckies, maybe we want the purple, maybe the glass purple. Haelian gonna pick up the Tarot Merchant. Does not have the clearance sale, but does have the Tarot Merchant. Maybe could find some better deck fixing, but it will be more expensive for him. We do find the 8-ball. We're only selling one of our jokers. Don't want to sell the Scary Face on the side of Haelian. Maybe nervous about getting out of the blinds. The plasma math can be scary, but we're about to see what the plasma math does. Playing 1-8 here. 8-ball hits, because why wouldn't it? And it's just going to be enough on its own with the Crafty Joker. We could sell the Scary Face and double look through the Riffraff queue for a photo and a Chad. Or we could sell it for a Judgment. Greedy Joker plus Mult is not great. We do find the Death as well on the side of Haelian. Bear considering selling a Joker for this Judgment. Should also be the Greedy Joker, and it is. Not great. A Death and a Fool, but nothing great to copy here. Sun as well in the pack for Bear. Making more hearts makes flushes easier. A World even better than a Sun with this Arrowhead. Those bonus chips doing a lot of work here. Now, Bear has the option to Death Fool a Glass Ace. That's some strong chips with the Arrowhead. That's some strong Mult with the Glass card. And it's some strong deck fixing with the Purple Seal. A great card all around. Definitely worth copying. We find another Justice as well and a Judgment. Can get rid of that Greedy Joker. And it's a foil Cartomancer in the second Judgment. That's pretty big. We get a gold card, which looks like it's going to be copied. Using that Death now and then fooling it again for later. Maybe want to find that Glass Jack. I'm sorry, Gold Seal Jack to copy. It would be a lot of money. Justice card here on another Spade. Setting us up for a pretty big flush hand. This Cartomancer, great for not only the foil on it, but also its ability to be copied by the Brainstorm. 2 Taros every time we go into the blinds is pretty strong. Can be punished if we roll into something like a Death, because then our Cartomancer is blocked by 1. So not the worst that Haelian has not seen it yet. Maybe he will hopefully see it again in the future. Not valuing the Gold Seal very highly here. We don't have many retriggers, so it might not be as strong. It is $3 every time we find it. Right now it's our only Econ Joker. Not Joker, our only Econ generation outside of the gold cards that Haelian created. Cartomancer stinks. Maybe, if you know him personally and you have record of his smell, you might think that. It's me, a foil Cartomancer with a Brainstorm suit's pretty good. It's pretty good. Haelian here, 2 hands, 2 discards, no longer burdened by the blue stake, is a lot easier to find our draws. Crystal Ball is the stinker. Depends on who you ask. You ask Bean. Crystal Ball, Omen Globe, greatest vouchers in the game. Still on the Arrowhead for Bear. We do have the trio as a backup, but it hasn't really come into play yet. We do draw the Gold Seal on the side of Haelian. That is some nice money, but we do need to make it out of these blinds. A flush is most likely what we're going to be looking for. Maybe this is enough, copying the Scary Face with the plus 50 chips. It is more than enough. He's able to get out. Bear considering the Tarot Merchant. Like I said, it's double the Taros, but it's a little bit less of the Jokers, so you could miss an important Joker if you're 1 or 2 rolls away. But maybe the Taros you find might give you a better advantage. It's hard to know. Sun card here, not going to do a ton. We see the Riffraff come back around. We have the Onyx Agate. It's not doing a lot. We have the 8-Ball, which did a little bit, but not a ton. And the Scary Face, which right now we don't need, but we're going to keep all of them. Holding on to this Onyx Agate, it's 7 malt, which in a normal game is very strong. In Plasma, it's 7 points, pretty much. Let's see what they're talking about.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to hurry.
Oh, it gives a death.
It's okay. You're
Rotomancer stinks.
I like the break, kind of.
It can be nice.
Don't I know it?
I was thinking about your question about 2025. And I feel like major moments included the election of a new American Pope, extreme natural disasters like Hurricane Melissa, and the conviction of Sean Diddy Combs.
What?
I don't know why they put that last one on there. I mean, I don't know why I thought of that last one.
It just came to mind, huh?
What?
Yeah.
That's quite the list, I gotta admit.
What?
I should have deathed the one before. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Let's go.
I'm just gonna drink my milk in peace. Bear there, not deathing the purple seal right away, could have used the Emperor to find another death, could have then discarded more purples to maybe find another death. Opportunity there missed. Shouldn't be too heavily punished, but we'll see.
We also leveled up 4 of a kind. So how do I choose that one?
It's hard to know. It's a lot of chips for the flush. We'd lose out on about 100.
Would you mind
the 4 of a kind,
little favor, sorry.
with all this X malt, would be pretty strong.
I'll see what I could do. Why do we pull a real flush again?
Flush again.
Okay, is this better than playing a flush with 3 glass cards?
It's hard to know. If I cast the finals, I can't drink milk. What? What? Unless we get a sponsorship by Big Dairy? Do we have a sponsorship by Big Water? Why can't milk be drank? A conflict of interest? What's going on here? Maybe I'm drinking almond milk. How would they know?
We're not getting the X3 on this, so it's literally just 8 malt. There's no point. We just death anyway.
Milk is fine.
If this has a death or a fool, I could have played the 4 of a kind, but now I'm not going to. Now I think
Zeno's a big Quaker guy.
I think we just play this guy. I mean, this order doesn't matter.
Just 1 glass card here.
Did I forget to copy this? I gotta eat a bagel
Didn't
now.
need to. Give
I think
him
I'm
a death.
shipping what I got.
I'm sending mine too.
Straight for Haelian. No glass cards. Some chips.
Oh, much bigger.
A flush for Bear. Some glass. A lot of chips. People talking about dairy in the chat. Let me turn my music back on. Trance and Ouija in the pack. Blue Seals could be strong. Getting that base malt online will help us set up that trio on Bear's side much better. It will also help with the glass, as we saw last game. Base malt of the Flush 5 being about a 14x, even though we were down glass on Bear's side. We can copy the Cartomancer here for some more taros. It's given us a death so far. That's pretty good. Here it gives us a death and a fool. Some would consider that maybe slightly better than just a death from the Cartomancer. Not too shabby there. Haelian finds a Faceless Joker. Some of the first econ we've seen is going to pass on it, holding on to this Onyx Agate. It is giving us +7 malt, but that's not a lot. Drunkard for -1, +1 discard is going to be a lot. Can help us get through even more of our deck. Don't have any purples to look for. We do have glass. Death Fool gonna come down from Bear, and he's gonna use some on the King of Spades. Maybe thinking that the flush house with the 3 of a kind might be better than a flush 5. Interesting to take Drunkard, but not the Faceless. I mean, Haelian correctly recognizing that the Onyx Agate is not doing a lot for us, but maybe just missing out on how powerful the Faceless is while copying with Brainstorm. It's a lot of money, $10 every time we discard those. We've got a couple right there we just did. And now blinds are starting to get up to 10,000. If we don't have some consistent scoring online, it can start to get a little bit difficult. At some point, if the game goes even further, we will need to find some sort of X-Mult pivot, potentially. Gold seal, blue, gold card, blue seal on Bear's side is pretty good. Gonna get us some flush levels, could help us out. Might help us get out of the blinds. Probably won't help us in PvP. We're gonna be looking for a lot of those higher tier hands. Arrowhead doing a lot of work. We've seen a couple worlds on the side of Bear that's helped set it up beautifully. Speaking of worlds, how about another one? Could Fool as well. I believe it's on a flush. It was on a death before we used that Jupiter. Bear may be thinking about that. Haelian gonna make it out of the blinds with a full house. Finds the Fool as well here. It will block into something else in the pack if he opens it now. Crazy Joker. It's White Stake. The Airhead Brainstorm beats all blinds. It does beat all blinds, but does it beat all players? Hard to know. Probably not. Because unlike single player, where maybe Arrowhead and flushes are good enough to win everything, on multiplayer, you don't just need to do good enough in a handful of hands to beat the blinds. You need to do better than your opponent, who is also trying to score as much as they can. Could be tricky. The Fool blocked into a Hierophant for Gothic. Not Gothic, Haelian, excuse me. For Haelian. Oat milk is fire. Could be. I've never actually tried it, I won't lie. I am a big dairy shill, always. Some world cards here on the aces could be pretty strong. Could maybe help us level up that 4 of a kind, maybe even a flush 5 in the blind here with a blue seal. We're gonna elect to pass on it for now. Playing our hands to find all of our purple seals. Gonna hopefully look for something better to copy with this Fool. Cartomancer gave us a world, but not a lot else. And now Haelian in this blind. Still only a Scary Face and the foil for the chips. Stone cards are also chips. Discarding, how about a Hermit to copy with your Fool? Not half bad. Maybe we don't even need to use it yet. We can wait. An Emperor, we're going to use that for 1 card. It's a Hierophant. Maybe debating if we should copy with the Fool. We have a lot of glass cards online. These tarot cards have been very strong from both the shop and the Cartomancer. Really doesn't want to win yet. Maybe looking for that blue seal still. Haelian, he's also looking for a draw, not finding what he's wanting. Maybe looking for that gold seal jack. We haven't been able to copy it yet. Could have been some decent econ on this seed where there hasn't been a lot. Golden Joker on the side of Bear. It's the only econ Joker on either side. In the shops here. Nothing crazy. Arcana pack. Gonna have a Hermit for our Fool. Pretty typical. Pretty standard. Speaking of standard pack. Not gonna have much. Haelian still not able to find this gold seal jack. Gonna play a 4 of a kind, copy the Scary Face. It should be enough. It will be enough. 3 gold cards and able to scale up the base mult of the 4 of a kind will also be pretty strong. Next shop here, reserve parking is another econ Joker that could be strong, especially when copied. Card Sharp is X-Malt, but with as many chips and glass cards as Bear has, we're probably not going to be able to play 2 flush 5s. Maybe we would, but that would risk a lot of glass. Haelian now going to pick up the reserved parking for the Econ. I see reserved parking and Card Sharp. It's got to be a high card seed. Gonna pick up the Card Sharp. We find the Oops. Would be great for the reserved parking. Not great for much on Bear's side. What is great on Bear's side, what is not great on Bear's side is this photograph. We have so many glass aces. A flush house is most likely the play here. Bear, thinking ahead of this possibility, did copy a regular glass king earlier on. So flush house will be online with full glass cards, most likely going to draw with 4 hands and 3 discards. Haelian here, looking at this strength, not the strength, looking at this dice. I was looking at the strength. Looking at the dice, it scales well with both the 8-ball and the reserved parking. But we would have to pass up on the chips of this foil Joker, which might lose us the PvP. Being on 2 lives could be a hard decision to make, losing a PvP. We will see. They're getting some help from the chat. Selling the Venus for the Cartomancer to hit another death, of course. Bear is getting close to X-Malt. Very close indeed. Is probably going to be able to utilize it here with all of the glass cards he's playing. If he's able to find that flush house with the photograph and the trio and all of the glass, it's a pretty strong consideration for X-Malt. Picking up the dice over the 8-ball, finds the photograph, and now we have another difficult decision. We have the strength on the side of Haelian, so we could potentially strength some of our 10s into jacks to play a 5 of a kind. It's not going to be as good as the flush 5. And it's hard to pass up on that much econ. It's a tough decision to make when you're down 2 lives. How much to go into econ? A lot easier in Bear's position. Could decide either to lose some lives, go all in on econ, find some stuff that Haelian won't, and win that way. Or could decide to pass up on the econ that Haelian might have to take, and instead pick up all the scoring that Haelian won't have, and win that way. Being up on lives helps a lot with decision making. Trib is a bit late. Trib missed the memo. He's not. He's late. He's not coming. $55 seconds on the timer for Haelian to make the decisions here. Gonna sell the strength, pick up the magician with the dice, and go next. Let's see how it plays out.
I shouldn't have that.
Oh, exactly what I said. Cartomancer, we make room,
I don't know.
hits another death, of course.
Maybe I would have realized, but now I don't know.
Is nervous that he read a chat message for that.
Tell Lee I said hi, will do. Ah, okay. I mean, I don't even know. Okay, we're not.
How's your misprint been trading?
I don't
Whoa.
think it matters to play like
What's going
a
on?
flush and then my good hand. I think it's more important to just use the hands to discard so I can get to my
There we go.
my purple seals.
Looking for the purple seals. Most likely wants to play a flush house. Haelian still not finding what he wants. It is pretty sad. Seeing the score from Bear here. Gonna use the Hierophant on the pair. Copying this reserve parking. I mean, it is a lot of money. Could maybe help us in the next ante, but it's not going to do a lot of help for us trying to win this PvP here. Playing some of our hands, holding on to our face cards here. We have the 4 of a kind. We have some glass. Are we going to hold on to these face cards again? It is $4.
Okay, so because I have photo, it would be better to get a king in the hand.
This is true.
I can't get flush 5 kings all glass, so then I'm thinking flush house with aces.
Probably. Magician for Haelian.
Hello?
Couple glass cards. It's silent. The tension fills the air.
Is this technical difficulties?
I don't think so. Oh, it is. We've got Discord difficulties. Discord is awaiting endpoint. The other commentators cannot hear. Discord might be temporarily down. They can't hear each other. I can hear both of them. Let's do one of these, and we will.
How many aces are left? I think I still want to discard like at least one.
Death in a chariot. Here's the flush house.
We can get a king, so maybe
Alien
2.
ships it.
You're out there, Bear. I'm sending you everything. All the love.
All the love. 178 with the glass. It's not a great
Think about
score.
this.
Stressed. Hello.
I mean, it's a pretty perfect hand if I
Bear.
just keep this.
Wait, what? Oh, is my microphone off?
Nope. The Discord issue.
Oh, I don't think it's Bear's fault. For some reason, it's
So I
not
guess I'm
detecting my
going to.
microphone on Discord. Hello? Hello, hello?
Hello?
Am I in a
Can you
room?
really not hear me? Is it a setting on my end? You guys can hear me, right?
Discord
I get
issue.
disconnected? I'm in the room. Bear's just sitting there wondering why I'm not talking.
Discord
I'm
might
getting in
be
there.
down.
Oh, this is weird. Let me try exiting the call and rejoining.
Discord's
Oh,
down?
Discord's borked.
Discord's borked.
It looks. Maybe. Hello? Hello?
Okay,
Testing?
well, we copy.
Hello?
No, it's still not working. Oh, it says awaiting endpoint. Oh,
we
there's something wrong
copy
with
the
Discord.
trio now at this
Oh,
point.
Discord is down. Oh. I just thought Bear
Well,
hated
I mean, I guess I just
Aw.
play.
We just play. Let's
And
see what
maybe we
happens
can
here.
fix this between games, somehow.
We were just in a fight.
86
God
million.
damn it.
Heard some
Bear.
crunching.
Hat on. It's serious.
That's not good.
Bear does hate him. I didn't want to say it.
Yes.
All right, and we're back. 1 to 4 on the lives here. To TeamSpeak we go. Bring back Skype. Bring back Skype. Buffoon Pack not doing a lot. Showman could do a lot. Hard to know what to pass up for. On Bear's side, we do have a lot of time. Going to pass on it. Ethereal Tag doesn't skip. Star Justice, that's more like it. No, let's not bring back Skype. I liked Skype. Back in the days on Skype, playing Hypixel Bed Wars with the friends. Woo! That was great. Golden Ticket is one of the strongest econ jokers when we're playing Retrigger, but right now we're kind of in glass and don't have a ton of slots with the reserved parking and the oops. Without the oops, we have a bonus slot and we're going to pick it up. We're not doing a lot of retriggering yet, and we don't have a ton of gold cards, but $8 every time we play one can give us a lot of econ. In idle is something. Now there's our scoring. Some would argue that maybe not fixing your deck for idle can be better, because with a death upstairs, you can get a 5 of a kind on any card that the idol hits. There's no bad hits when every hit could be a 5 of a kind, theoretically. It could also still be a bad hit. People do not remember the pain of Skype. I had no pain with Skype. Skype was smooth sailing for me. Worked great every time. That was like their motto, I think. Death upstairs for Haelian. Gonna be interesting to see what card he decides to copy. We don't have a ton of glass online. Cool K paid by Microsoft. I'm just trying to get us sponsors, man. Listen, Big Milk said no. I'm trying to reel in some other talent, some other people. Drawing 4 of a kind, not that hard. Yeah, 4 of a kind. I mean, we've seen a lot of those played this match. Surely it can't be that hard. You just draw 4 of a kind and make it 5. Exactly. And then, of course, it's going to hit diamonds for the star up top. Might even be worth to use the star on our jacks here. Haelian most likely will. Yes. Brother, I got bad news about my Skype sponsorship. What's wrong? I just sent out an email. I got an email from Greg at Skype.com. Sent me an email. He said he could send me millions of dollars if I just gave him my credit card number. Haelian here, copying the glass card. Doesn't need to play him. Is going to unlock flush 5. It is pretty strong. Don't worry about it. Greg the Prince. He did say he was a prince, actually. I thought that was interesting. All these chips should be enough, and it is 85,000 to get out of the blinds, but that's going to scale pretty quickly if our idol doesn't hit, and we continue to lose PvPs. One more loss, and we're out for Haelian. Gotta go all in on the scoring. Idol game is looking great for Bear. We have 9 aces and 6 kings. That's nice. Is a little bit easier to hit. Might not know what to pass up on. A photograph is only a 2x. Our idol could hit aces, and then our photograph is doing nothing. Might be what Bear is considering. This trio hasn't done a lot so far. Might be worth dropping in case we find any retrigger for the photograph. Could also be a consideration. Haelian on the other side, printing money with hermits. Oh, Midas Mask in the Judgment would have been insane for the golden ticket. We're going to sell. Pick up the idol. Scary Face comes back. We don't need it. Not much in the shops for Haelian here outside of the idol. And the deck fixing advantage with all of these purple seals. They're giving us not only the deck fixing, but also the econ. Plays a high card. 3,000 points with the arrowhead. Just preying on an idle hit for both players. Judgment up top again. First one is a Midas Mask, which could be pretty strong for Haelian if he wants to print money, but would probably be a lot easier to do if he had a little bit more lives to work with. Diamond Flush. Playing a 2-pair for $8 with that gold card is pretty strong. There it is, and now hoping to find a couple more jacks. We draw the 4 of a kind, but just barely, and we're going to have to risk a glass card here. Yeah, we do have 5 purple seals on the side of Bear and 0 on the side of Haelian. Makes the deck fixing for Idol a lot harder. Idol hits 3 of spades for Bear, and it hits 5 of spades for Haelian. The 3 of spades could be a good hit with the arrowhead up top. Not very good for Haelian. Acrobat here is great for going into the X mult. It's not as great when we still are reliant on chips on the Haelian side. There is the red seal Steel. It's the only red seal we've seen, the only retrigger we've seen. Even in the hand, it could be enough to win a PvP with as much X mult as Bear has. And Bear is going to pick up the Acrobat. Selling the idol. It missed. We're on 1 life. Not much else you can do. Gotta try to make it work. Gonna go all in on the glass cards. We only have a couple of them in the deck. With the death upstairs, could be a little bit easier to draw. Magician on the gold seal. Bear ready for the PvP. Judgment upstairs is a last resort, but on 4 lives, most likely won't have to resort to any lasts. Rolling here, we do see a world card. Could have been good for the idle hit with the death. Obviously, a little bit behind us now. Hierophant is a tarot card. That's what I have to say about that one. We skip the card pack and we go next. Let's see how this PvP goes. Could be final PvP of this game. You know what? Discord is still down, so it's just me. I'll unmute both of them.
Da banter.
Rip to banter.
Okay, that's got to go. We're going to start discarding some of these.
Mm-hmm.
Hit a wheel.
Hit a wheel.
0 for 12.
12?
My last 12.
This is great. It's like...
Legitimately
keep
no shot.
Legitimately.
Oh, shit, I just cannot find those kings, can I?
Kings. Wants to find the gold kings.
Discard another one. Also not what I wanted here.
They don't exist. They don't exist.
Kings don't exist.
How many glass are left? 2? Maybe
Two
I gotta
glass?
keep the rest of
Found
this
one.
stuff now.
There's one.
Good job, Dad.
What?
So dead.
There's 5 aces.
He might be.
All right, let's play this.
Decent hand on the side of Haelian.
God. So is it
But-
actually Photog here yet?
Maybe if we get a plus 20 hit. Could be a
I'm still
photog.
not even sure about that.
I'm not either.
Extra times 2, huh?
Okay, we got the flush house.
He did.
Chance to
The
draw
first lucky
one more
hits.
glass card.
Move glass to the front for photo.
Don't get
No, it doesn't matter at that point.
This is true.
If we had Chad hanging Chad, then it would matter. Trigger the glass multiple times.
Yes. Alien realizing
Alright.
that. That's pretty
Send it.
smart. We've seen some players miss that. Here comes the big
Leave
hand
it
from
or
both
keep chat.
players.
So loot's up.
910,000.
Wasn't even close to
120
cusping.
million.
Not even close.
That's a tough one.
Would you rather double all
Also
the
had
pain
the
you're
isle,
ever
had
gonna
a
feel in your
trio,
life?
had arrowhead. No
Yes.
re-triggers though. All spades. So was it just arrowhead demolishing my body, it looks? Wow,
Yes.
the purple seals were popping.
Yes.
And you had the
tarot cards
glass.
were strong.
They also got the brainstorm. I'm kind of surprised because I felt like I did some backwards bullshit to make the brainstorm pop. But yeah, the purple seals got me bad. I don't recall being offered a
Was it
purple
Wraith?
seal.
I believe he was. Maybe he didn't open the card pack.
I don't know if I missed it, skipped it, or what. But there you go. That's me.
That's him.
We have one more game for fun, but
Unfortunate.
I'll try to disconnect the call and rejoin to see if it's fixed yet. But
It is not, unfortunately.
nah, it's not working still. I was behind right away because of the trio. Because I skipped. I remember
No.
skipping the trio, but I'm kind of surprised that's that big of a deal. I'm kind of surprised by that. Was in a Saturn pack. I might have missed it. I'm not sure. That's too bad, huh? Damn. Can we
It is
type to each
unfortunate.
other
No.
in Discord at least? Let me see.
They can call each other's phones.
Check. It looks like the typing might be working.
Typing is working. Let me just pull up the chat on the side. We can listen to them talk through chat. Yeah, so now we're here. Game 3 incoming. All right. More than ready up. We're just gonna play game 3. It's time. Welcome back to game 3, everybody. Might need to reset the overlay quick. Give me one moment. Reset. Give 2 wins over to Bear, winning game 1 and game 2 in what some might call a slightly convincing fashion. Erratic deck here, taking a good look at the deck. We have 11 5s. I think 11 might be the most of one card I've ever seen in Erratic deck. 11 5s, 5 kings, 4 and 2 of mostly everything else. 11 kings is crazy. Maybe it's a hack seed. They're going to find the flush to get out in 1 here. At this point, with 11 5s, you can draw 4 of a kind pretty reliably, especially on white stake. Maybe Haelian might do that at death as well. Why not make it 12 5s? Never enough 5s. We could have more. Erratic deck actually does something for once. Yeah. I mean, we do still have 13 face cards, so this reserved parking is pretty strong. Death also can help out. Maybe we want to copy a king if we want some face card flush 5s online. And we already have 11 5s. Maybe 11 is enough. Maybe we can try to make those stronger before we copy them. It's hard to know for certain. And now getting out can be tricky. No scoring jokers. We kind of need a 4 of a kind or a couple flushes to win. And it looks like Haelian's just going to pick up the Wrathful Joker, not going to open up the pack, not going to see the Econ Joker. And we could see that start to stack up pretty big. We have 13 spades, but I mean, it is our most suited card, spades. That base mult might help us win the first PvP if we're not able to find something better. But with all of the money from the reserved parking on Bear's side, he could be able to find something better. Bear has the 4 of a kind here to win. Could play some high cards, and we see a polychrome purple 8 on the side of Haelian. That is a strong card. Holding on to the death this time, didn't use it on just a king or a 5. Looks like we might see the exact same from Bear. 2 discards, we get another death and a hangman. Holy cow. The tarots are popping. We see still a death on the side of Bear. If he decides to use it now to unlock the 5 of a kind, he won't be able to use it on the purple seal. And we might see Haelian up purple seals this game. Very different from what we saw last game with the purple seals. Bear very far ahead. Wrathful Joker getting Haelian out of the PvP. A Seltzer could be more scoring. Definitely want to check the Spectral Pack. Could have an Immolate for a lot of money. There's the Polychrome Purple 8 on Bear side. We do see a Cryptid, but we don't draw the Purple Seal, unfortunately. Ectoplasm, not very good. Cryptid could be good. We already have 11 5s and don't really want to bloat the deck. And we see the Purple Seal for Bear, but does not use the death on the Purple Seal, so now draws a death and is behind in being able to copy that card now. Only one of them so far, whereas Bear has 2, or Haelian has 2, potentially 3 very soon. Haelian just going to go next. Doesn't have a lot of money. No reserved parking on their side. High card here with the ace. Cycling, trying to find that purple seal. We do have a lot of spades, not a lot of other suits. There we go, reserved parking. Yes, 3 faces parking is positive, even potentially 2 or maybe even 1 could be positive, because we're not only getting, $1 for 1 hand, but we could potentially be getting up to that econ cap, which is money from interest as well. Flush House for Haelian, unlocking that, getting some planet levels in that could help. Bear, I don't think we'll lose a life here. This 4 of a kind should be enough to win. Unfortunate he has to use the death again, and it's a Vagabond game. Buckle up, seatbelts on. We have 2 purple seals, polychrome cards in a Vagabond game. Strap in. This could be a long one. Vagabond here, Haelian might try to use the discards first to try to find that purple seal to get the death out of his slot. Gonna play instead. The only reason you would do that is to not block the death if it comes back around again. Here we see able to use it, able to discard both. Might want to even hold on to one here. If we do get another death from the Vagabond, we would want to have one of these cards to copy. We do still have one in our deck, so could draw it that way. Vagabond in a bear game, this is going to be a long one. You're telling me. I got all day. Actually don't, but I say that every time. And here, using all the taros, which is smart. Bear does not find this Vagabond yet. I believe it is in the next shop, but was not able to roll deep enough in the first one. Somebody say an erotic Vagabond? I don't think anybody said that. I don't... Could be wrong. I don't think that happened. Purple Seal discard for Haelian. Gonna use these spades to get out of the blind. Has 2 more hands to play. Bear discarding the face cards there. Has the Purple Seal now in hand. Elected not to play for the reserved parking. Did not get to discard for the Purple Seal. Is nervous about getting out of these blinds. Needs that 5 of a kind to do it without the Wrathful plus Malt. More deaths from the Vagabond. If we had been able to keep that Purple Seal in our hand for a little bit longer, that is the benefit, being able to copy that card right away. And now a Vagabond pickup here for Bear puts him exactly on $0. He can go next, and it's perfect. $0 for the Vagabond. Haelian has the even Steven. Not great with all the 5s that we have. This Wrathful still one of the best scoring jokers we've seen. Haelian is going to pick up the even Steven over opening both packs here. Now has to pick between the standard pack and the celestial pack. Okay, we find a red seal queen. That is a card we could potentially death. Right now, the 8s are still stronger. If Haelian decides to play those in this PvP, it would still be stronger. That 1.5x with the Wrathful Joker would definitely be enough. Didn't pick up the Seltzer, not going to get the benefit from that. Instead, Haelian could decide to discard the 8s, electing for the deck fixing and potential future payout of being able to get this Red Seal Queen online quicker. We'll see how it plays out. Bear still needs these 5 of a kinds to make it out of the blinds. $2 there and a moon card. Not great. We don't have a lot of club 5s in the deck. Is just going to play one now. The reserved parking might kick in and give us $0, but we still get a tarot card when we're on 4. It does kick in. We get $1 more and a death from the Vagabond, just like Haelian did. Haelian may be looking, or excuse me, Bear may be looking at copying the glass 5 that he has over Purple Seals on the 8s. A mail-in Rebait is a very strong econ joker that we can use that Haelian won't find. Some people are nervous to take econ jokers with a Vagabond, but you can play your hands first, discard second, and you lose out on 1 tarot card. With 4 hands, we could get 3 tarot cards and a lot of money. And that is pretty strong. There we go. Red Seal Queen. And we pass on the Econ Joker. Don't need it with the Vagabond in Bear's mind. I believe we are still...
Try to say hello again.
Still disconnected.
I forgot. Just gonna use that instead of sell to help stay at $4 or below.
What Haelian's doing as well.
It's Priestess. It's Pluto. Let's just use.
We try to look for like the flush house again, basically.
Okay, we got the game plan.
Shit.
Temperance is
Worth
tough.
$8.
We could sell it if we really wanted
to. Just sell it.
He does. We have the 8 copies on the side of Bear. Discarding those. Taros aren't great this time.
Then, what do I do here? Because we actually have 11.
11 more 5s in the deck. Could cycle a 5 of a kind.
11 5s left. I might want to play this. Because I want to draw the glass one, so I do want to get through more cards.
Okay. playing it with the seltzer. This is pretty strong. Haelian's gonna see this.
Going all in,
4,800
baby.
points.
Okay, so
Discarding
do
a
you forget the flush
4
house and start fishing for flush 5s? I'm gonna sell
with
one.
11
Maybe. Or do you just stick the
cards.
flush house?
11 5s, excuse me. Be better to go for the flush 5, but then we don't get the even Steven value.
Or closer to idle builds.
Draws another
Or
5
glass
of a
cards,
kind.
Man.
Not the glass, though. Could wait to see what Haelian puts up. Haelian does draw the flush house, which is pretty
I
strong.
almost want to discard one more.
8,000 points. So a 5 of a kind should win it for Bear, even without the glass.
Yeah, do I beat that without enhancements?
Without enhancements is a good point. It scored 4,000
it's
with.
just- It's like 2k.
Might need a glass.
Do I discard? Do I do a full discard? That I don't know. I guess
You
I need
to draw. Does draw
Okay.
perfectly.
And then I think I can play one and win based on the math I just did.
With the bonus card as well, this should be more than enough,
Oh yeah, let's do it.
especially with the seltzer. And a break.
And we broke.
Pretty
Unfortunate.
bad. It's okay, it's okay. Alright.
It is okay. I mean, we know that right now Haelian is up on the purple seals. If they can hold on to that advantage, get some better deck fixing online for maybe this red seal face card, being able to glass that and play it would be pretty strong. Speaking of glass, Justice in the pack next to the Hangman. Hangman could be good for the deck fixing. 55 cards in the deck on the side of Bear, 52 on the side of Haelian. And Haelian's going to Justice a Queen. That is what our red seal is on. But with as much Terror Generation as we have, maybe thinning out our deck is better. Could be the consideration he's having. Being able to play more Glass Queens could help us, and Bear is all in on the 5s. With 11 of them, it's hard not to be. Hoping for a hack, and Haelian hoping for maybe Photograph Hanging Chad. Help out that build a lot. Using the Sun to get it out of the queue. Playing one hand here. A death again from the Vagabond. These tarot cards have been crazy. Able to copy these purple seals the whole time. Strengthening a 3 to a 4. Haelian still looking for those flush houses. Might even use this 4 of a kind to try to get out of the blinds. Maybe can find some more 5s for that purpose as well. A Fool could have been great if we did it in the opposite order. If we had used that strength first and then the death. Slight punish, but hopefully shouldn't matter too much here. Card pack does have a holographic 5, which Bear picks up right away. Looking at the skips, decides not to take them. Fooling for a strength. Haelian could strength these 4s here, go all in on the flush 5 of 5s with the Wrathful Joker. And it's looking like they most likely will. Fool here for a Justice. Could put it on the red seal, is going to. Some consideration for Bear to put it on the 5. If we're going to play for hack, then we want more glass 5s. Otherwise, if any other great jokers come up, we do not strength the 4s on the side of Haelian. Still hoping for the flush house. Hangman here. Can get rid of 2 cards. Another death on Bear's side. A lot going on in these blinds with the Vagabond. A lot of Terrors being played. Haelian sells both of those planets. Brings us up to $4. Is able to get glass on the red seal, while Bear continues to glass the 5s. Playing these face cards to keep them out of our hand with this reserve parking. Does have A Hung Man could hang a face card if we're not going to be playing into those, and does. A Hermit on the side of Haelian is going to use the wheel. It misses. And we discard for a Sun. Not great. Sun could be good if we are able to get 3 5s into hearts. That could help us out a lot. 5 of a kind here for Bear is going to be pretty strong with the holographic card. We do get another death, because why wouldn't we? Should be another death for Haelian. Haelian copying a lot of these purple seals can help us get out of Vagabond. A consideration for all players is how long to hang on to Vagabond. It does make you keep your money lower without being at that interest cap. It is harder to get further in the shops. Maybe with as many purple seals as Haelian has, he can start to consider whether or not he should try to get out of Vagabond. But only on 3 jokers. I mean, there's not a lot of other outside pressure from the jokers in the shop. Maybe convincing him to get rid of the Vagabond. And that's just the nature of Vagabond. We're getting all of our scoring from these high level cards. You know, enhanced cards, glass cards, enhanced hands. And we are getting no money and no scoring from our jokers. Temperance here on the side of Bear is $11, which is nice, but maybe not necessary. Judgment could be pretty strong as well. Not as strong on the white stakes. Fortune Teller is some plus malt. Could help get out of the blinds a little bit easier than this zany joker. Something like a pair might do better. Trading card. Now it gets tricky. Might have to sell some jokers for Haelian. Doesn't have to. Excuse me. Might have to sell some jokers for Bear. A death upstairs. No purple seals yet. Using 1 discard on this trading card does help with the deck fixing, but it does make finding all of those purple seals a little bit harder. I mean, that discard could be 2 purple seals. Instead, it's removing that card and $3. So definitely a trade-off there. Emperor for this death. Again, we don't want to use the discards, but we don't want to use the death on anything other than a purple. Moon card is something. Bear's going to have the same struggle here, but instead draws the purple seal and is able to death that. Maybe wants to save it for the red seal glass queen. Both players have that. It is pretty strong. Haelian has the Polychrome 8 in his hand, is going to death it as well. Discarding those for even more tarots. Emperor not giving us much. Strength could help out a ton. Again, like I said, we could strength these 4s and go all in on flush 5s. Makes the even Steven a little bit worse, but with as much deck fixing as we have, we will hopefully be able to find something better than an even Steven. Another glass 5 for Bear. That 5 of a kind draw is going to be very consistent and should score more than Haelian's even Steven. Passing on strengthening the 4s again. Another one shows up. We're going to pass again. Haelian could be on flush 5s of 5s with the Wrathful Joker, and that would most likely be enough, but maybe thinking they'd need the security of the even Steven having some additional base malt to get out of the blinds. On a higher stake, that might be true. We did start this day on blue stake, but on white stake, we don't need to rely on scoring as much. That even Steven not doing a ton for our scoring here. Vagabond does find this Hermit. He elects to sell the planet card instead of using it. Won't get a tarot card here. Might have been a slight mistake there. But does get up to interest. Maybe that was their consideration. An additional $1 for the Hermit could be impactful in this shop. Haelian justicing another face card. We haven't seen a lot of jokers to make face cards stronger. Other than this red seal glass queen here. That's a lot of glass 5s on Bear's side. He's been able to make a lot of them work. Haelian considering selling this trading card to pick up a zany joker or a crafty joker. I mean, we do want to play a flush house, but flush house has a high base malt level. Maybe this 3 of a kind plus malt joker plus 12 malt is not going to do as much as we think it might. We see here Bear rolling all the way down, doesn't get to pick up the card pack, and is ready for the PvP. Haelian does the exact same thing, and now we're in the PvP. Discord still awaiting an endpoint, and let's see what they're saying.
Okay, so we hit that, and then all I want to do is use the purples and the Vagabond, and then play flush 5 glass 5s at the end. That
Zany
is
Joker, thank you. I can never remember those names. I even said it. 4 of a kind cycle for Haelian.
Delta.
2,000 points.
Something. Oh boy. Stop giving me garbage. For the love
Sorry?
of God.
Stun could be nice.
Sell both of
Besides
those.
the pass.
You were giving me the worst garbage.
Aw. Purple Seals are trying their best.
Star's pretty bad.
Target for Sun. But then I think also this queen would be pretty important.
Considering using the sun on that queen, Haelian decided to pass on that opportunity.
Found one of them.
Emperor. Another star.
There's 6 left.
Gets rid of a 5 here.
Okay.
Hoping to use the sun. It's not really able to. We do get the flush 5, but we're not able to get it on that queen.
Magician. Let's do that, and then I guess I actually sell out of this so I can use
Down to his last hand. Does draw the red seal queen. 2 magicians as well. Another sun.
Nope. And then I'll try to save another sun for you. So we end up with this hand.
My only one, sweetie. Not even gonna score that much, but I'm behind and I have to give it my most. I got no luckies. Don't break it. Okay, it didn't break.
One, but
the
not
one.
all.
But I didn't score much at all
41,000
anyway,
is
though.
decent, but it probably won't be as much as Bear's score
It's
here.
not. Oh, it is. I don't know what I
Very
believe.
close.
Wow.
Very close in that PvP, and we're going next. A difference maybe of a glass card, maybe of a level. Fortune teller here from the judgment in this ante as well. Is pretty nice. Nothing great in the Arcana pack. Sun could be good if we want to use it on this Red Seal glass card for Haelian. Instead, gonna opt for the World, being that the Red Seal glass is already on World. It was 3 glass to 4, but more malt. There you go. And Haelian now decides it's time. Get me out of the Vagabond. I've got enough plus malt to last me a lifetime. That's some generational wealth type of plus malt up top on that lineup. Now we can use our discards on the purples and hopefully get enough deck fixing from that. Hopefully get enough econ from some other jokers. And get further in the shop. We could maybe see some things here on Haelian's side that Bear won't see if we're able to get some more econ than him. 6th Sense could be pretty strong. We only have 2 6s in the deck, so it's not amazing, but maybe we don't need the ice cream or the drunkard on the side of Bear. We could sell one of those for 2 chips, 2 money, not chips. Pick up the 6th Sense and go next. No 6s yet. Only able to discard 1. We did pick up, I mean, that this drunkard does make it easier to make the trading card work. There we go. Still playing flush houses on Haelian's side. It is easier to set up at the very beginning, but with as much deck fixing as we have, it's almost easier to set up and play flush 5s later. Sun here as well. Able to use it on that red seal glass queen. My cat makes an appearance. Say hi. Picked her up in a chokehold. And here we go in the blinds. 6 cents being used. It's an aura. Putting that on our red seal could be strong. Even a glass card could be strong. Oh, she didn't like that. She jumped down right away. Oops. A world here for Haelian as well on more of the queens. Could be unlocking flush 5 with those queens. Does want to play for flush 5 with the queens, but hasn't been as insistent on playing flush 5s with the 5 of spades. Obviously that even Steven up there giving us some more base malt. Might not have been necessary earlier, might start to become more necessary now as the blind scaling increases, and we haven't found much else for our scoring. It is unfortunate if Bear has to use up this tarot slot on this aura if he wants to save it for that red seal queen. Judgment here, you have to sell unless you want to get rid of the 6 cents, but you can't do it yet. And now it's an issue because we're going to be on $4 here. Going to sell Judgment, and we're not going to get any more tarots out of this blind, but that is all right. Another flush house here with a fool upstairs for Haelian. Will be enough base malt to get out. We've got a lot of that. 22,000. 20,000 on the side of Bear. Doesn't have to play any glass to get that. 6 cents shows up for Haelian. Slightly behind Bear. Bear able to use that a little bit earlier. Maybe Haelian can use that a couple more times. Only 2 6s in the deck. Maybe he thinks it's not worth it. Cycling Buffoon packs for Bear. To-do list is an Econ Joker. First one that we've really seen outside of this reserved parking early from Bear. Could be worth a slot. Probably is. Just kidding, it's the castle. We have base malt to feed families. Now we have chips to give them dessert. Chips and malt is all you need to win a Balatro game. If you have more chips and malt than your opponent, you will win the game. A rebate pass early. There was a rebate pass early by Bear. Still early on into the Vagabond, but Haelian never saw it, I don't believe. Selling the trading card now to have enough money to pick up this Justice going into the PvP. Haelian with Fool Justice. If he draws the queens, it could be enough. Let's see what happens here.
Okay. Do I just make you a glass? I think we do.
Think we do. And he does. He's looking for all those 5s. Haelian looking for those queens. He finds the red seal.
World.
Gonna Justice a king. Still wants to play flush houses.
Rip that. Maybe I just hold all the glass now. Right?
Or maybe even just a flush. Flush level. Good
Play
for the base
that.
malt.
So,
Big
how's it
apologies,
going?
everybody. Sorry about
Oh,
that.
it's been good over here. Quiet.
It's been absolute bullshit over here, Bear, and I'm very salty. None of it's my fault.
Oh, really?
It's the game's fault. Congrats on the previous win, by the way. The purple
Speaking of
seal-
the game's fault, Discord, whatever they did to reconnect me, crashed my OBS. It like rebooted my entire computer. Apologies for the stream shutdown there. But we're back. I don't know what Discord did. It fixed the voice connection here. It almost bricked my computer.
I did.
Oh,
and
okay.
I thought like I thought I had pulled some big brain thing. Like, no way, Bear got this.
We're back, we're
brainstorm,"
back.
And I was like so wrong.
I just had a dollar. It just made sense.
Right.
We do find the red seal.
I'm
Do
gonna
we
wait you
rip
on
the
this
aura
one.
now?
I gotta know how hard to ship it.
Holographic, not great.
I'm down over here. I'm down bad, Bear.
It is tough.
Well-
Flush 5 versus Flush House will be
You
close.
can't do it to me twice.
I'm doing what I can. Here it comes.
Oh, no, I don't like the way you said that.
200,000?
Oh, okay.
I don't like the way you said that.
All right, you know, that's it? Really? That's all, huh? All right, I'll send you, I think half mass.
Nope.
Oh god, holy crap, that was close.
Wow.
Double mass.
Oh my god.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck.
All right, good luck.
Good luck indeed. 2 to 3 on lives now. Completely average size score, don't shame. I would never. Apologies for the stream going down there. Discord rebooted and re-bricked my PC. So we're back now. We can hear all the players. But I had to stop streaming there. All right, here we go. Back into the blinds. Grabber voucher in the shop. Would be a lot of hands and discards with this drunkard. The deck is looking pretty good. It's nice to have it that way when we have 11 fives to start. On Haelian's side, we have a lot more purple seals, but not a lot more scoring yet. The flush 5 was not enough to win. That red seal glass doing a lot of work. And now Haelian just needs to try to set that up even more. If he's able to use all these purple seals to find more tarot cards to copy that red seal glass, and he's able to use the money from not playing Vagabond to find more jokers, that is a good path to victory. Bear still on the Vagabond. Here we go. High card making money with this to-do list. Bear decided to pass on it because of the Vagabond. Haelian there discarding some purple seals, not punished for discarding that red seal queen. If we had drawn a death or something like that, we would have wanted to copy that red seal again. Not the worst thing in the world here. Now getting out might be kind of tricky. We're already at 6,000 points. All of our base malt is coming from the jokers, not a lot from the exact hand that we play, so we could be able to cycle maybe a couple pairs, maybe a flush, and that'll win for us. A chariot, not going to do a ton. We do have a flush here, should be enough with all the base malt that we have to score about 5,000 points. And it is about 10,000 points. Now here for Bear, the tarot cards are getting tougher. Temperance is definitely something that we want to hold on to. Death is definitely something that we want to use. Temperance here we could use. Then we would not be able to get a tarot card from this last Vagabond hit. Temperance here in the queue for Haelian in the Arcana pack. Another world card here. Grabber as well. Going to roll, finding the Fool for another Temperance. Could help us roll even further. Maybe this will help us get something that Bear doesn't see. Gonna go next to hold on to interest here. Bear opening up the Arcana pack. Does find a purple seal. Decides not to copy it. Holding that death most likely for the red seal glass card that he has in his deck. Whoever can get more of that online will most likely win the game. We already saw Haelian use it once for a PvP. And it's time to get out of the Vagabond on Bear's side. Bear says, I've had enough of you. And he did. Death here on the purple seal in the PvP. Or in the blind, excuse me, rather than in the pack. Three of a kind for Haelian. This is going to be a decent amount of points. 4,000. Let's starts to get spooky to get out of the blinds here with just plus malt. We might need to use some glass cards. Maybe something like a flush could be enough as well. Might cycle one of those now. That's a lot of base malt up there. 15,000, so that's a perfect position here. Maybe you could cycle some high cards if this fortune teller doesn't score too much to look for the rest of the purples. Bear holding on to this riffraff could give something like a hanging chad, something like a photograph, some X malt to be up. Could be tricky. Yeah, looks like that fortune teller is given about 1,000 points, so might not be able to cycle too many of those for Haelian. Flush here will just win. Plays a glass as well. Doesn't break. And there we go. Moving on to the next shop, we see another death in the shop. These tarot cards have been insane. Finding a stuntman. It's a lot of chips to go with our malt, but not great for finding all of the glass cards. How about a scary face for some chips with our malt? Not finding really anything in that pack. Really want to save this death for that red seal glass queen. Using Magician here for when we're cycling flushes. And readying up for the PvP. He's shooting hoops over there. On Bear's side, has the Fool, doesn't have the Death right now. Uses a wheel, it doesn't hit, unfortunate. Rolls. Odd Todd, could be some scoring with these 5s. That chip difference could have been the difference last PvP. Now we gotta either make room for the riffraff or pick up this erosion. It's some base malt, not as much as the fortune teller. Death Fool there, that's huge. Could maybe play a flush house. Maybe still playing flush 5 of glass and hoping to copy the red seal for later PvPs. Let's see what they're talking about.
Not
Hey,
bad.
what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Made a little bit of progress. May have had a couple of misclicks.
Oh no.
What?
It wasn't my fault though. Trust me.
You gonna use the death on a purple seal? Instead of the red seal glass?
Would you say you're scoring more or less than last time?
Oh, less.
Might be.
So much less. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
They're wondering
real
if you should get rid of the red seals.
What's my priority? The red seal glass cards are just better, but I still have all the 5s and a Todd, so like I kind of want to play them. I already have a steel card.
And you, my good friend?
It's a mystery to even me.
Huh.
I see.
A mystery.
Can't exactly.
You have a flush 5, which could be a good mix for Bear if he doesn't want to.
Can't exactly do this
Mixed.
for both.
5 hands, he can most likely
five
make it through his whole
behind.
deck. The draws are just a little bit unfortunate here.
I think I lose by doing the flush house versus.
Could potentially.
I draw one more queen, and then I death another one.
Did you take that vagabond
23,000.
early on?
Yes, I did. I kind of figured
I
you
did
did
as
too, because I wasn't getting timered in the small blind.
Right? Yeah, this has probably been a very slow game.
It's taken some time. 13,000 there.
Okay, so I think we go for this. This is gonna be kind of a weird combo of hands.
A lot of glass.
I think this is still better, right? 3 red seals and a 4th glass versus 3 reds. Well, when you put it that way.
He tells a compelling story. If Haelian
It's
had
just the
kept
fact
that
that I could
death,
play 2 hands, which is almost never the answer, but in this case, it might kind of be an answer.
does draw the flush house. Was nervous about that on Haelian's side. chest taps for the draw.
I think I was supposed to save a death for something, but I forgore.
I get more total, and honestly, at this point, breaking glass 5s is good for me. So I'm gonna do this.
You still vagabonding it up over there?
We actually broke up recently.
Yeah, I dished mine a little bit ago because I had like nothing for jokes.
Yeah, that's the trade-off, and I wasn't liking the jokers that I saw.
Right.
Yeah, I've heard other people say that Vagabond has bad
ahead.
jokes.
Can't do that.
I don't really know here.
Yeah, let's
One
see
red
this.
seal glass. It's risky. It stays alive. If he had deathed that card, it would have been much nicer scoring there.
Draw what I wanted.
Don't talk about the fortune teller mult.
I'm confused now. I actually do have enough. Do I have another glass 5? Maybe we do still do flush house on top of this.
Could still be flush house.
Which
It's hard
means...
How part
There's
of
a lot of
your
hands and
plan is
discards
it
to
to
work
psych out
with.
your opponent here?
It wasn't much of the plan.
No, you don't employ those tactics?
No. I would be psyching myself out just as much, if not more.
Only
by
saying that
trying
because
to
he's not
play
here.
mind
True.
games.
Did you already play Doc and Zeno?
I played Zeno. He beat me. Those were some good games.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And Doc is next week. Any tips? Do you have tips?
Any tips, Doc?
Doc's all about like SEO, YouTube ad revenue, you know. So if you distract him with like the math and the economics behind the content creation, you might be able to get him.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah. Doc's really good. Like if you just ask him like, "Hey, what'd you do?" He'll just tell you.
Oh, that
This is
sounds
true.
that sounds good.
He's just such a naturally helpful guy. It seems, right? He
It's true.
can't help it.
Okay, I guess I just do this.
$70,000 gets through the whole deck. Flush house here with a holographic card first. Bonus chips from the odd
Okay.
Todd.
Let's see what I got.
All right, show me what you got, baby.
It should be enough.
I feel like you got this one easy.
He does.
Yep.
I
Well
did
done.
have that one.
Did.
All
Wait
right.
and see, Bear. We're coming back this time.
Another death in the shop, because why not? Why not more deaths in the shops? There haven't been enough, frankly. More deck fixing, and there we saw the story of the red seals. Bear was up 2 red seals there, scored a lot more. Could be up more red seals here if he prioritizes that. Haelian opting for the long-term deck fixing of the purple seals to hopefully draw more deaths in the future. Could see him do the exact same thing here. Decides not to, which is, I think, is smart. Jumbo standard pack. Emperor as well. Could be enough to hold on to. 1 more roll, 2 more rolls, 3 more rolls. Planet level. Not necessary. We have a lot of Queen of Spades. We want to copy this Red Seal Glass Queen of Spades. We really want to be building into flush 5s. Haelian picking up the Mary Andy, -1 hand size, but all those discards for those purple seals will help. In the Emperor, there's a Hermit and a Hung Man. That is strong if Haelian's able to get this death off on that 1 red seal in the deck. Both of those tarot cards will be of help to him. Now here, getting out of the blinds, Bear seems to have a pretty good plan. Wants to try to break those glass 5s, thin the deck, and play the glass queens in the PvPs. So maybe isn't even worried about breaking glass in the blinds. Young man on a 5 here, a discard as well, blocking the death on Haelian's side. We do draw the red seal queen. That is a big draw. A death there is huge. If we can hold on to one of these and discard both purples in case of another death, it would be strong. We'll see. He looks like he's going to get rid of both. We do find the scary face for bear as well. Those bonus chips of the scary face over the odd Todd. We do find the fool. We could have death fooled that red seal glass card. We could have had the same amount as bear, but we discarded it. Now we've got to hold on to it, or we could use it on even more purple seals. Purple seals copying are great. It's helped out Haelian a lot this game, but getting the later in the game you go, the more scoring you want. At this point, it might be better to copy all of the red seal glass that you can. Temperance Chariot, more money. Taros have been pretty strong so far this seed. Not a lot of econ generation necessary. Still need 11,000 points to get out for Haelian. Could be pretty tricky if he's not trying to risk glass. A flush might do it with this Wrathful Joker. A couple high cards with the Fortune Teller could be enough as well. Apart from Vagabond, the Jokers have been underwhelming this set. Yeah, I don't know what's happened. Everybody's talking about all the Perkeos and all the legendaries, and now there's not any. No more legendaries here. Unfortunate. I was getting kind of used to them, I won't lie. And now, yeah, we just got a lot of plus malt. It's looking more like a gold stake Joker lineup short of the stickers. 2 pair here for Haelian, getting some money from the to-do list. Don't say that. They will come back. I don't know. I think they're gone for good now. I think the curse has been broken. And there are no more. Red Seal 9. Not that great. Only 44 cards in the deck. Should be easier to draw our hand. Cole asked for a normal match. Surprised by match being normal. I'm not. I'm content. I am content to talk about all of these decisions here. And have them be normal decisions. That's perfectly fine with me. Into the big blind here. Another death, another chariot. Will Haelian death another purple seal? We have 1 life. If we are down red seal glass, we will lose this PvP. He deaths another purple seal. We can always get more deaths from more purple seals. You know, people like to say a death could be, or a purple seal could be anything. It could be more purple seals. Yucky hand for bear. Ooh, 4 of a kind. Could be tough here. 3 of a kind might win on its own. He kind of just wants to play the glass. Break it. Playing the gold 9 to draw some more hands. Maybe just wants a flush 5 to get out. Gets a little bit tricky here. These queens, you don't want to play them. And it is enough. Breaks 1 glass. Probably happy with that. 31,000 to get out of the small blind. In the big blind on Haelian's side, justicing another queen, another discard for some more tarot cards. Nothing much coming from those. Still has 5 hands and 4 discards. Even though Vagabond is gone, it still feels like he's here with how many purple seals we have and how many tarot cards we're finding. Another death in the shop for Bear is crazy. Not a ton of crazy jokers, though. I mean, a Vagabond game will have lower econ in the early stages, just because we are going to want to be on 0. We're not getting the interest money. But we've been out of Vagabond for a while and haven't really been able to find some crazy jokers to copy just yet. Some good vision for both players. I mean, a good line with this Red Seal glass card. But other than that, it's been kind of tough. And Bear going to keep deathing these red seals over the purple seals. Values that scoring in the PvP over the eventual deck fixing. Pair here with the to-do list. Haelian still making money. Going to use the strength here on a 4 to get it to a 5. Some more not great tarots from the purple queue. Bear considering playing a flush house. It does unlock the flush house. If we did play one last PvP, so it should be unlocked. Wondering if this will win without risking any glass. It's a lot of malt with the fortune teller, some chips from the scary face, and a steel card. Could be enough, but that steel is going to happen before that fortune teller. Not sure what to go for. I mean, 5 hands and 2 discards, there's a lot of time. A lot of things to look for, potentially. A flush house here for Haelian, just trying to get out of the blinds. Bear playing a high card here to cycle out that glass card, is able to pick up purple seal, discarding that as well. Nothing great there. Playing another high card, cycling out another glass card. Means even more. Has the flush house. Probably thinks that will win even without the steal, which is why they're discarding the way that they are. And Haelian, gonna pick up the business card here. That is some more econ. Could have been a lot stronger earlier. It's a little bit weaker now. Being that we're on 1 life, we kind of want all of the scoring that we can. I mean, obviously, we're replacing an econ joker with an econ joker, and we're going to go next. And Haelian, I think, maybe didn't realize that that was the boss blind. That was the PvP. Might have spent a little bit more money there to find something else. But instead, he's going out of his chair to find something else. And we get the final shop from Bear here. What could be the final shop of the game. We have 5 red seals on Bear's side, only 2 on Haelian's side. Flush house, flush 5, going to be very strong for Bear. Business card as well, faceless joker for some econ. With your opponent on 1 life, you can either take the econ, maybe lose the PvP, and then go next, and you have, you know, 3 lives to make all of the money that you might need, find all of the jokers you might need to win when your opponent is forced to take all of the scoring jokers. A tough decision here. No timer from Haelian. Selecting a blind he's not even ready for PvP. You do have 5 red seal glass for Bear. 38 cards in the deck, 5 hands, 6 discards. Probably enough to see the whole deck if I had to guess. He's back with a blanket. It's a little chilly over there. It's a little warm in here. Mary Andy. And we're going to go next with the Mary Andy. Let's see what this potential last PvP has in store. Haelian's not readied up. Okay, there we go. Here it is.
All right, here we go. Finally, we got something going on.
We
Do
do.
we?
Finally, oh my god.
Uh,
Effort it took, let me tell you.
yeah. No, me too. For sure.
Evening.
You don't sound as confident.
That's just how I sound. I
Hmm.
think I'll buy that.
Do you have a celebrity lookalike? Would you say?
Oh, that's interesting. No, not off the top
Yogi?
of my head.
Might be a celebrity lookalike.
Do you?
Smokey,
Do people tell you you look like somebody?
the bear.
Like
Probably do.
Ryan Gosling or someone? Brad Pitt?
Yeah, right.
I see it.
Probably, but it's not. It's probably also not a flattering person, if I were to guess.
Oh no.
What?
It's probably like oh, jeez, I don't even know here. I'm waiting for my chat. Someone said Johnny Sins, but that doesn't sound right.
We're just gonna take a pause there on that conversation. There we go. We are looking for potentially a flush house on the side of Bear. He might have played one, looking at the cards left in his deck. Did he cycle a flush house for the card sharp? He might have done that. Do have a lot of red seal glass on that flush house.
I just don't know. I can't start getting rid of one card at a time. It's not going to get me anywhere good, probably.
Maybe. Haelian finds the flush house with 2 red seals. His best hand.
Alright, I'll try this one time.
It
Okay, we
worked.
end up with all the queens and not the 5s. So I think I gotta... just throw this one away.
Maybe waiting to use, or like using all the discards
Ooh, maybe we
and then
don't.
discarding the Mary Andy, or selling the Mary Andy.
Problem is I want a Judgment and a Hanged Man, but like, I'm probably... Am I putting too much value on it? What if I just hang one thing? And then we can discard 2, 3, 3, 3. And that's 11 cards, and then I get to play
Okay.
one hand.
Alright.
Ooh. Alright, I'll just drop this.
Haelian's got the hand.
I don't think this will do me. I'm
Here's
getting
the flush
depending what I
5.
got. Can be honest, it just didn't land any jokers by the end of it.
Could discard 3 per.
None of the usuals for me, at least. I don't know about you.
I'm really missing any retrigger card at all.
Yeah, I don't got that.
No
No
retriggers.
Photo, no Chad. No
Missing
Dust.
1 red seal.
All I had was glass, really, which was great, but
Yeah, my deck looks amazing and my jokers do not.
agreed. Yeah, same exact.
That's what Vagabond will
Makes
do
it
to you.
interesting in some ways, right?
It is a pretty unique game.
That should
I assume
be
you
the
went
game.
crazy with the purple seals too.
Not as
I
much.
sort of did, yes.
Well done, my friend. 67 million. You swept me. Wow, you did good. Wow, look at all those hearts too. Your deck looks much better than mine still.
It's just the hearts
It was-
versus the spades.
I don't know. This seed on this deck was kind of crazy. 11 5s at the start.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? It was so weird. But
Yeah.
then they kept like pushing us to not really use the 5s at the same time, it felt.
Yeah, I kind of like made a bunch early, and then by the end I was like kind of hoping they would break even.